another
Cowboys.
Cowboy.
You know that song really says Cowboys are cool, and I cut that off.
I thought I was gonna say like I was kind of sad when it got cut off by the Cowboy. You know.
Yeah.
But another week, another rough go for the Dallas Cowboys. They dropped one 41-7 to our rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. It was bad. I will continue to say Cooper Rush is not a good quarterback. He needs to get the fuck off this team. And
Trey Lance, man.
I
1-1.
I just don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is with Trey Lance. Just give up. This is the time right now to decide who's going to be your backup quarterback going forward, because it's not going to be Cooper Rush.
What's crazy is that it's being talked about so much, not just by you, but by multiple, to the point where Jerry Jones came out and said, we're not starting him. Everybody wants to start this kid.
And then he's going to get released. And then he's going to get released because this is his contract year. Same with Cooper Rush. And then you just basically just wasted draft capital after that. I say it every single week. You dropped a fourth rounder for this guy. And it's just being wasted at this point. It makes no sense. No sense.
If I can just say real quick, you guys did steal one from us a couple weeks ago with Cooper Rush. He did play decent.
He played okay. Yes, I'll give that to you. Yeah. He played decent Sunday night.
Went 26 for 35, 292 yards, a single touchdown. But really, I don't know what Jerry Jones was thinking with just not giving Trey Lance a shot.
Right?
Why do you even have him on the roster? You're just gonna have him play with practice squad the whole time,
or as emergency third quarterback? Like,
doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense why he's here. Yeah. If you're not going to start him,
I think that Jerry Jones, needs to be forced into retirement. Needs to be forced.
We've been saying that since like week 2, my guy.
His family has to force him.
They're not going to do it. He's going to die. He's going to die before he steps down.
I loved,
and he's not going to win another Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
When Stephen A did that, when I played that clip a couple weeks ago, when Stephen A was like, everybody has that one person that they're close to that can talk about doing stuff. Where's Jerry Jones' person to talk about it every time he's going to talk in front of the media? Somebody needs to be in his ear and say, you can't say that. Like, don't say that. Don't say stupid shit.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing is that Steven, his son, is not better. It's not much better than Jerry is.
I will say that your running game has turned around from the beginning of the season.
Thank God, because it's been rough
you guys
to watch.
Were bad for a while and
for a long time.
Rico has been doing great the last couple of weeks, man.
Yeah, I think he's like one of the first players to rush for 1,000 yards without being drafted.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that pop up saying he had 1,000 yards and he wasn't. I did see that.
So here's my issue, though. This is also his contract year, so I actually think he doesn't come back next year because he's going to want too much money. So I don't think the Cowboys are going to re-sign him.
But do you think that he's earned too much money status? I mean, he didn't really come off until the end of the season. Do you think that he's earned that? In a league that obviously Barkley is making it hard for people to deny the running back. Yep. In a league where the league didn't want to play running backs until this year.
Yeah.
Because of what Barkley's doing.
Right.
So do we think that he's going to want that payday, or is he going to stay there and try to build?
No, personally, I don't see them building off of him. I think he really he was just handed an opportunity and he took it. So, I mean, good for him. Don't get me wrong. I like the guy, but I for some reason, I don't say, what's up, Jake? How you doing?
Hey,
Happy New Year, Jake. I really don't see him making it back on this team next year. Speaking of
for y'all's sake, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, but speaking of people who didn't make it, you have that clip, or did you have a clip for Zeke?
I do not have a clip for Zeke.
Okay. Oh, but you have one from. I'm getting it mixed. You have one from Micah.
Yeah. I will say that I did see Happy New Year, Jake.
Sir.
Happy New Year.
I did see that they released him to give him the opportunity to play for a playoff team.
Yes.
Picking up Zeke, bro.
No one's fucking picking him up. So for those of you who missed it, the Cowboys did release yesterday. They did release Ezekiel Elliott, long tenured Dallas Cowboy, to give him an opportunity to play with a contending team. Now, who might pick him up is beyond me, but I wish him the best of luck. He was my favorite player for a long time. He was just a great running back. He obviously, as every running back does, he kind of just decayed year after year after year. I still, to this day, will hold Jerry Jones to this, that they never should have let him go to New England last season. They should have never let Tony Pollard be the starting running back last year. So, and yeah, and look what happened.
I just didn't like how cocky he was when he was good. He was a cocky little sumbitch, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you're right. I mean, he did show a lot of enthusiasm, but I mean, he was just he was.
I can't really say much though. Randy Moss, one of my favorite players. I mean,
with us, AP as well.
I mean, but Randy though, he did some shit. He
did some whack ass shit. Exactly. Prior to Sunday's game, they went ahead and shut down CeeDee Lamb. I thought it was going to kill me and a lot of fantasy owners, including myself. For me personally, it actually didn't affect too much, but it makes sense. There's no reason to keep playing him. His AC joints torn apart, so he needs to just have surgery and get it ready for next season. Assuming that they'll have a healthy Dak as well next season. So I was sad in the moment, but it just makes sense. And looking back at it, there's no reason to keep playing him. Yeah, looking ahead at this weekend, we play Washington. Washington doesn't really have anything to play for except for really seeding. So Cowboys will look to play spoiler. Depending on how this weekend goes, I think that will kind of determine Mike McCarthy's future. I've been saying it week after week. I want him gone. But if they can't come out with a dub this weekend, I think that they'll let him go.
You know, I was watching something about that, and they were talking about his future. They were like, he's in control, blah, blah, blah. Saying like, if he wants to stay, he can demand money. Like, what does he have? He doesn't have it. He can't go somewhere else. Nobody's going to hire him anywhere else.
No. Well,
especially in a league right now that, and this is something they brought up that I didn't know, that the average age of a coach hiring right now is 45. So they're going younger.
Right.
He's aged. He hasn't had good seasons with Dallas. So it's like, why wouldn't he? Like, he doesn't have.
As far as I've seen, Washington is playing their starters. I wouldn't be shocked if they pulled him second half, but I haven't seen anything otherwise that they're going to bench their starters.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But yeah, that's actually a 45 is a pretty is a fair point. I know I've been reading a couple articles. I think the Cowboys will probably potentially be looking at, if for some reason they don't go back to Mike McCarthy. I think Mike Vrabel would be a good match. Your boy Brian Flores would be another one. Pete Carroll maybe. As long you know what, as long as it's not Bill Belichick,
you don't want old ass Pete Carroll, man.
No.
You don't want Pete Carroll,
honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Mike Vrabel either, because he only brought Tennessee to like one good playoff run. Is when they played the Chiefs. They made it to the championship against the Chiefs, or they might have been the divisional.
I think Pete Carroll would actually be a great pick.
Oh shit, Jake is a Cowboys fan. I did not know that.
Oh, that's crazy.
I did not know that after all this time of him
crazy.
being in here.
I thought Jake was an Eagles fan, but my bad, Jake.
Pete
Damn,
Carroll
you gonna
too,
insult him like that? Oh, he is an Eagles fan.
See,
You're right.
See, I wasn't tripping. Oh, you know what? Jake's probably saying that he wants to get him in the playoffs.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Because if Washington does end up the 7th seed, they will go to Philadelphia, and so they'll play a third time.
That would be crazy.
That'd be a good ass game.
Yeah.
Jake, don't kill me. It would be crazy if that did happen and they took y'all out first round.
No, I don't
That
see
would
it
be
happening.
crazy.
That would be.
Oh Lord, but that's that's pretty much all I have for Cowboys Nation. Zeke's gone. Cowboys continue to suck ass. They're kind of just decaying away. I want Mike McCarthy gone. Yeah.
I mean, you look at their play, I mean, they have 2 big runs and 3 good deep shots. Other than that, we made them earn it, and you take away the scoreboard. It was about 5 plays that decide this game. And you hate to say that because it's a lot of football, but you know, the 2 deep shots to Devontae Smith and the one to A.J. Brown, and then also Devontae on that slant, you know, for the most part, we were making them earn it.
I smell excuses.
It's hard to say. Parsons didn't have any sacks.
I mean, if you think about this, though, every game's going to come down to that. Every game's going to come down to a couple plays, bro. Unless you're talking about a complete, like dominant performance, even though the score says that. But, like, unless you're saying, like, a pure dominant performance, every game's going to come down to 4 or 5 key plays. Every single game. It's the NFL. It's professional.
Yeah.
It is.
So